Oh yeah. Unale we pledge with love and loyalty to we sweet, sweet mama salute. Now we all come together as one. For tomorrow, now we go make salute.
Yes, Fambule, welcome back to yet another very important segment where they come through the Talking Point platform. My name is Mohammed. Today, we get 3 issues for Komon-Tok on. First one, Dr. Samura Kamara'S in case that don't postpone till July 14. What does this mean? Secondly, Alpha Khan, it don't resign officially from the All People's Congress. And the last thing will go church, now the program, now the C4C don't cry because governments don't use another extended injunction through the courts for ban them from taking part in any political activities, including the national conference, delegate conference, so therefore all for partake in the forthcoming election. So all this and more. As usual, your text means a lot. So we will look forward to your contribution on the program. And I'm not going to say with the cam just now.
Talking Point platform for news within our country, salute for education, entertainment, political affairs, TV. We got enough Tanga one. Inside Sierra Leone, like a big quantity, we breeze not a shit, TTP
TV. Yeah, so Fambule, let's go straight to the point without wasting time. So finally today, the High Court judge, Andre Fischer, don't decide for postpone Dr. Samura Kamara'S in case till July 14. Now, if you want to follow social media, if you follow platform, even yesterday, there was a deliberation where the prosecutor be suggest, say, Dr. Samura pose a flight risk because, Dr. Samura Kamara'S received invitation for attend Commonwealth. But, because of this case we get in passports, the season, they so it need to get permission from the Ministry of Internal Affairs or the court before ever it gets to go, before it travel out of the country. But the prosecutor will suggest, say, if they allow them for let go, it'll be just too ridiculous anyway. Although, of course, Andre Fischer be asked so many questions where in the prosecutor able to defend, again for come back to the realization, say, but it not just make any sense for say, Dr. Samura Kamara'S, they're on flight risks. In other words, if they get in passport for left out of the country, no go cry again. It's just laughable anyway. So I'll put that one there aside. But this particular ruling today, where Fischer don't take, it means a lot. Because if you follow the timeline, the kind of energy, the kind of attention where Dr. Samura Kamara'S need for give the court is huge, particularly where he gets so much time and for campaign. For example, when he just come out, when they go visit the Chancery building back then in New York, when he come the following day, he attend courts. This now one part of the where the lawyers even argue, say, let them stop for televise this particular trial live because, would they see where they nod, Namotaman, in age and apart from age self, sleep, nothing we all need. Without sleep, we're not able to do anything. We need sleep. You need at least 7-8 hours. Now, non-negotiable, nobody never negotiate now. If you remember again, immediately after the conference, the National Delegates Conference in McKinney, when they did midnight, do clean. At the morning, Samura came, then he reached Freetown 4 o'clock. The morning, he go attend court. So, it be so tense and it's so demanding that I think the judge using wisdom and say, okay, there's a need for make give this man time for make at least maybe you get more time for strategize campaign, all that stuff than they. And I think the decision good because people and be done they wait now for see what he go do, whether I go cut the case, whether I go wait, he go play the trick, you know, so many suggestions, analysis with the kind side. What if he cut the case now? What if we NEC don't close the campaign, the nomination? It cuts the case. What if? So many what if. But finally, it don't make it clear now. So technically, if Dr. Samura Kamara eventually become a president, the case perhaps then will still suspend her after 11. Because if you follow international politics, Jacob Zuma be there in a similar situation like this. He still win the election back then. When party get the chairmanship according to the ANC constitution, eventually become the president. After he left power, he still continue with the corruption case with them be Emperor Jacob Zuma. So we want to see how this play. Perhaps now a South African pattern they come, or perhaps then go throw the case out of court, or perhaps more legal opinion will come inside, perhaps more evidence than will come inside, particularly maybe sometimes other resources there, other evidence there where them be done the block, perhaps where Dr. Samura Kamara did their kind of power now, it go, I mean, give a free hand for make more evidence come out and more information. But anyway, the long and short of it, I think now a good thing for let Samura get a relief for let at least pay more attention on your strategy and campaign. But anyway, if we not see that particular clip then date, we put on we channel yeah, but let just count for a short version of her. Let us see the jubilant mode where APC then begets today na courts. Now we listen this one.
Hey, just a second. You know, say for subscribe now free. Plenty people who they watch here, they know they subscribe because someone feel say for subscribe, they need for pay money. If you not be known for no say for subscribe now free. But why for subscribe? If for subscribe for three main reasons. Number one, you go be the first person we go know whenever we come on live. Number two, you go be the first person we go know whenever we upload new video. And number three, you go be the first person for comments, like or share. And the last one for support we, so we go bring kind of content here regularly to you. So you see how it's beneficial to you. So if you don't subscribe it, what you do it? I for subscribe to TPP Leo now. And before I forget, not forget for click the notification bell so you go get all the notification bam.
We already talked to the APC Malika, the duplicate Dr. Samura Kamara, court. You know, they don't adjoin the matter to July. Fambu, we go to sleep, the matter after election. Fambu pass after election, Fambu, everything done today, pass after election. Where Dr. Samura Kamara they be the president of the Republic of Sierra Leone, June 24. That tell you now, them call on the matter. Fambu, you want to talk to the APC Malika, the duplicate. Today, the happiest day for APC Malika. Today, the happiest day for APC Malika. Fambu, as I talk to her, they don't adjoin the matter to April. They don't adjoin the matter to July.
Me and the young man, Baba.
Family this after election now before they call on the matter as we talk to her on July now. Dr. Samura Kamara don't become the president of the Republic of Sierra Leone. You know, July Dr. Samura Kamara don't become the president of the Republic of Sierra Leone. Today they don't have over, and in over today, Dr. Samura Kamara they don't join the matter. That's after election. And this will say, and in over. Formula, we're gonna. Today the happiest day, APC Malika. Today the happiest day for APC Malika. You see, now the chairman is congratulations to Mr. Chairman Fanika. Congratulations today. Congratulations. of APC, there is victory for us. For us! Oh yes! For us! Oh yes! In the struggles of APC, there is victory. Famula is soon they see the jubilation of the people. You know, Dr. Samura Kamara'S in Mata, it will come up on July. After June election, in Mata will come up on July. Famul, congratulations. So who now all these fast genuinely. The mommy son, family. So they happy. In the struggles of APC, there is victory. Congratulations, family. As for the see, you only talk to the APC, Maleka, you do. Today, man, I'm all there jubilate. Today, everything, you don't tell how they can at this court. After election, before we come back in a court, then tell the new Dr. Samura Kamara'S don't become the president of the Republic of Sierra Leone. Famul, as soon as they see, you know, the president of the Republic of Sierra Leone, they don't join the matter. Famul, they only talk to the APC, Maleka, you know, July, now in the matter they come up, the blessed man, Dr. Samura Kamara'S, don't become the president of the Republic of Sierra Leone. You know, make no mistake. Today, I'm happy day this today. As soon as they see the women that they jubilate, so was the president of the Republic of Sierra Leone, June 24, 2023, Dr. Samura Kamara'S, the blessed leader ever in the history of Sierra Leone, the technocrat of this country, the technocrat of the economy, Dr. Samura Kamara'S. The best lawyer. You know, the man himself, you know, man with a challenge issue. Lawyer Ade Makoli, the powerful lawyer in the history of this country. Lawyer Ade Makoli, then defend it fight. Today we don't see the benefit of Dr. Samura Kamara'S. Now the lawyer Ade Makoli, you know, today they don't join the matter. So July, you know, Fambu, now the lawyers and this will fight for Dr. Samura Kamara'S. When a lawyer Ade Makoli, you know, let God bless this great man. Thank you.
All right, so Fambu, that was a short clip what we do for at least for let us get a glimpse of what's in the take place now court today. I think we go put up Alpha Kanu Resignation, Lowy Kawitan for now quickly. But perhaps somebody go, in case you don't know much, but I doubt it. But let me just let people understand why Alpha K decide for resign from APC. Let's go back into history. Let we search the archive. Perhaps we will get an idea the reason why Alpha K decide. Let's go first now history. Now we check now with archives. Listen this one.
As they say, Patimni, Aretika can the pro. Aretika can the pro. The sun they go down. Even time they come for President Koroma own. When they want to now, hey, they can't left whip and dark. Next they come. Pano left we. Now President Koroma say, "But me I not go." Say because the law I get at this country, and say, "Oh, I get life in one term." Now one term no more than the renewal. If Mika ask una for renewal and 2 terms, it's like they broke the law. It says so they go. So we all they cry. Myself now have been they cry. Now me the first person will say, President Koroma, you deserve a 3rd term. Sit on back. Now he tell me say Alpha, I know the plan. We go Morocco. July last year. Now I say, I say this 3rd term business. Now I say, look, go and vex me. Now I say, I know the talk again. So I say, if you they go, Uda they left you. Now I say, but most people don't come over na APC. Now we 3 bin go left am. Now somebody say, Alifona na Makeni. Now I say, party say na 10 people there. Now I say, write the name down. We don't write the name down. Now I say, hey, pa. I say, then 10 people and they don't. I say, no, sabi them. I say, well, me let them write my name now. Me say, for one, me na your apprentice. Now he writes my name down by 11. Now I say, no, down there far. I say, until them, me not write the other one then. I say, me will write a 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 0 not change the people for 1. So I'm an apprentice 0. Nobody know that again. I don't tell President Nkrumah say we want for following work people now. We'll go to Chief Gist now. Chief Bauru Mansare. Chief Alhaji Mansare of Sinkunia also. The talk with them talk is that they say that they can't do this work now. Kabbalah for we. We want posted where Sabi President Nkrumah. We know we want him for one for do. So if never they go, we don't know how they give the driver. But when this apprenticeship they get, Kabbalah they also because people and talk say before you born the chief, who die they born? Born in wife, not so. My wife na Kabbalah come out one cup of cola. Not to have it. Or say, or Kelelu. President Nkrumah no they go. It did not be no more. They didn't have the apprentice. So now that I can't for tell you na Kabbalah. Do ya? APC na on a party na no more get sorry for this nation. The work around do Iboku and more there for do agenda for prosperity. They put money in a pocket. Agenda for prosperity now for the farmers. Agenda for prosperity now for the young people. We are going to give President Nkrumah a chance for let done their agenda for prosperity. But if you know there before, let him decide the side of his apprentice. For let we go able to carry this motorcar.
All right, so Fambo, that was Alpha Car. Few years ago, where he be vying for become the flag bearer of the All People's Congress. As you know the story, unfortunately, former President Nkrumah, then began tussle, then began disagreement, huge disagreement on issues relating to corruption, mismanagement, so many other things around. We make eventually select Dr. Samura Kamara'S against the 10 people will become flag bearer. So even as that, the relationship continue for deteriorate to a point that technically then pull up the decision-making aspect of the APC, where now they become so much heavy for beer. But when President Bio Kana power, there is a commission of inquiry where he said they set for looking to the past activities of the previous government, but things relating to corruption, embezzlement, and so on and so forth. So one of the people that were there inside will be at the commission of inquiry in Alpha Car. So as you know, a seasoned politician, a smart guy. So he decided to play smart politics for blending or for going with the ruling government and say, look, are they in for are they support according to the sources we get. These are the reason we make decide for come in support, because you don't want as in prestige, you don't want like somebody like where throughout the 10 years of President Nkrumah, it only in a different strategic position, Minister of Information, Minister of Mines, spokesperson, and so on and so forth. So like these are, I mean, those kind of you don't look at the in status, you know. So you know, go ahead and put them behind bars, you know, go ahead and put again behind handcuff, then in China. So these are the reason we make it decide say it better for me like go down my knees and try for work with this. So this now that's another part of this what we get. But now can listen the official, this now the other side of which we understand. The other people who they dig into the issues deeply, analyze them. Now let's look at the official explanation where Alpha can put. We're not going to put them for now, but we go read them for now. Yeah. For let una get the official explanation why he decide for go join SLPP. So officially today, as I talk so, Alpha Car, they join the SLPP. Perhaps we go share for another link Leon and see where they do officially anyway. So now the letter this way, right? Alhaji Alpha Car, the Secretary General, All People's Congress, APC, All Railway Line, Brookfields Freighter, 28 April 2023. Dear Sir, letter of immediate resignation from APC. This now without wasting time. Today write this letter. Let me assure you that I found no pleasure in writing you this letter. I have been forced by persistent, unpleasant, prevailing circumstances surrounding my continued membership of the All People's Congress to write this letter. I have been a sympathizer of the All People's Congress since 1962, a supporter since 1967, and an active member of the party since 1991. A cumulative period of association with the party spanning over 60 years. In the years during the APC tenure in power, in the period beginning September 2007 up to my quest for the highest position as the APC party nominee for the presidential candidates for the 2018 presidential elections, my relationship with the members of the executive has been a roller coaster. In fact, after failing to be selected by the party in October 2017 by the then chairman of the party, I was the only member of the executive who was inexplicably removed from my position as National Publicity Secretary. Every other member were selected to retain their executive positions. Until this day, as I write this letter, the top of hierarchy of the party has always done everything possible to make me feel and know that I was not welcome in any deliberations regarding the management of the party. I have therefore come to the conclusion that while my services to the party are desirable, my engagement in the APC party's decision-making processes meets with an impenetrable glass ceiling at all times. With the age that I have now attained, my focus is to help in my own little way to move Sierra Leone forward in the area of political and socio-economic development for the benefit of our people. However, this is an aspiration that I'm not likely to fulfill if I continue my membership of the APC. Therefore, it is with heavy heart that today I resign my membership of the APC party with immediate effect. Yours faithfully, Alhaji Alpha Bakar Said, can copy Chairman APC, copy APPA, copy PPRC. So, Fambulon, I don't get the letter where where Alpha Kandon sent to the APC Secretary General for immediate resignation. Now, let me go as they declare for SLPP. Now, among the things that we talk in the letter, one of the things, the key points, one, when he lost the flag bearership, they remove him from National Publicity Secretary, and from there again, another thing what they boil down their hearts. Now that then puts like a barrier, they get say in the decision making. So they, like all other people that the executive then retain them position, but in them pull and commodity. So that one day a hotter. So and he look at and say in age where they're all right now, he wants to continue according to the letter for support the country, for support the people there. And the only place where he say we would do now SLPP. Therefore, today he officially sent a resignation to the APC, saying that he's no longer a member of the APC, but he did do it with every heart. He did do it not out of happiness, but because of the circumstance we surround him, make he finally decide to give up the APC membership and go to SLPP. Now, Lord gonna put local as he declare. Lord, we see if we see quickly. Just a second. Lord, we go and.
When you have somebody like Uncle Victor come to education, like
all right, okay, I think
social media. When I don't begin since yesterday, I wanted to leave the last for the very best. I want both of them, but why health just prevail. So, President Bio for move the northwestern region, he ready for car.
All right, so I think
so Naman from the beginning, you don't get a lot of administration for President Bio and for the SLPP government. For all the things the way you do in this country, particularly in the local district. The one way kill and pass all, where you announce the Dr. Kadi Girls High School, within record time, then bill up. Now you go meet me at free talk. He said, hey, oh man. He said, go that pie, go talk that talk. He said, we not even contact, you don't build the school. He said, oh man. He said, but really, I want to tell the person, I tell and thank you for the work where they work. So, this man, we don't build a lot of respect and admiration for you and for your government. And a selfless man. Not a man where they complain at all. Now a team builder, from where he come, he take this position. He work with all the party stakeholders. He work with all the paramount chief there. On any account, one day, no paramount chief. Nobody know in the whole Northwest region. We don't ever call and complain. Say they make plaba or they respect them. So now where we all are the Northwest region, we get very high respect for him. How he don't comport himself, how he don't support the party, how he support all the stakeholders then there. I want to end for say that one great sign of me Alpha Kanu they meet up. Now for football. Because we were Komon-Tok football club. What they call FC Lamboy. But local people they get by Warriors. So we they support FC Lamboy. The one that were inside Polokoya, then they support by Warriors. Now that we get, we will not meet up. Because anytime we can play there, the Bible Warriors supporters, then they stone who play there, then they fail to play there. So what can you say for the fail for beat them? Because for beat them, we play and then they go back. So now all these challenges they don't get. When me no more meet up about football. It is Bible Warriors and then FC Lamboy. But we all have Potloko in. So Potloko get 2 Premier League clubs. From where we can at football, we don't spare resources, we don't bring our own club, and we don't put them at the Premier League. And we believe say we better off than Bible Warriors. But so Kaya, we never beat now because if they beat we, then go beat we physically. So we can fight for no draw. Because we can tell the player that we not beat now. So now they Alpha Kande meet the FC Lamboy. Now the only thing that they, but apart from that, we all see one side. From where Kaya, it don't bring a lot of steam in the Northwest region. It don't sleep in Cambia countless time. Na carry the countless time. And I believe say he is an asset. An asset not only in experience, but an asset in human relationship. And more importantly, himself get young people in there. He get people in the diaspora. Some of them people in the diaspora, they may not come, they don't stay here, then they may not join SLPP long before Alpha Kanu in the camp. So we all there, and we really respect them, and we admire them, and the chiefs then, and the stakeholders then in this region, they get high respect for them. So this is an addition to us, and for just talk say, this man is a wonderful man, he's an elder brother of mine, but he give me high respect, and indoors, he open to me. And from where he come, we don't do a lot of work. Most of the new chief they always see so. His Excellency, now you paramount chief there. Now under you they elect him. And all the work are they for support them, for make sure the process.
So Famul, a live program now they show us a live program. They do the coronation today of the empowerment chief there. At the same time, Alpha Kanu they declare for SLPP. So they may just try to introduce her. We just want to see if we will get the party side will talk few words. They will continue with the program.
So Alpha Kanu they lead So the former MP there, the former councillor there, sitting councillors there, executive, they will follow under the blessing of Al-Bakani Declaration. So on that note, I have the singular honor to introduce to you Dr. Al-Bakar, AK9, AK9 of the Northwest region of the great SLPP party. Assalamu alaikum. Assalamu alaikum.
Thank you very much, Your Excellency, the Vice President of the Republic of Sierra Leone, my own brother. Thank you very much. My own Pekin Al-Hadi Alpha, Sign, and Good. Your Excellency, retired Brigadier Dr. Julius Mada Bio, the President of the Republic of Sierra Leone, Dr. Kanu, President. Your Excellency, the Vice President of the Republic of Sierra Leone, son of the soil, Dr. Mohammed Jude Jallo from Kalamba and Robis, the intersection and Kafu. Madam, the First Lady of the Republic of Sierra Leone. I don't see First Lady in Sierra Leone. I don't see First Ladies in Africa. But Madam, you are unique. You are an elite. Believe me, you are different. You are our co-president for the week. You stop at nothing from Sabah. We let you. The former Vice President, the Honorable Victor Bakarifo. Titi. Oh, Victor Fo.
All right, so Fambu, we now can actually show the entire clip about the live program. Waiting with the show now for just we back up with the red people with the time for talk about Alpha Car journey from APC to SLPP, and today officially they declare for SLPP. This program is a live program with the show now so now Alpha Car is ending in journey and na SLPP so now they won't put her aside. Now perhaps now we jump quickly go now the other issue where we get now the show. The other issue we get now the issue of the C4C. You know, sorry country. I think as if we leaders are not serious when it comes to practicing democracy. We're not serious. The reason why I make a see so, in a democracy, the thing we make democracy itself wouldn't say a democracy. We're not going to the definition about where we all know the government of the people, by the people, and for the people. This is not the general definition where everybody know. But the reality, when we talk about democracy, we are talking about institutions. Without institution, without strong institution, you are not talking about democracy. Then you will find another term where you go use, because there are different names where you go give different political system. It will be autocratic, it will be totalitarian, and many other. But when it comes to democracy, institution, you forget independent institutions working in the interest of the common good. Now that make, in fact, in government, the people that will study government, then get 3 arms of government where they name, where they say, then divide that into 3 parts for let them get checks and balances. Again, coupled with these institutions, one particular institution will be more powerful than the other, because absolute power corrupts absolutely. Nobody, whether not the judiciary, the parliament, the legislature, or even the executive, no one power, no one organ of government will be more powerful or any institution, because we no one gets absolute power corrupt absolutely. Now, why are they bringing out all this? C4C, now a registered political party. Now, C4C, they cry, then say, it seems as if the government, they use the judiciary for prevents them from contesting this particular election where they come June. If you follow a program yesterday, the C4C leader, when Sir Lamina, don't officially declare for SLPP. We come up with Zande, and based on him talk, you go no say yes, something they play behind the scene. Now just remind people, maybe we'll still get the clip now. Lord, just remind the statement of Salamina. Lord, we just see if we will count and quickly. Thank God we get her.
They have been so unable. And whenever they stand to contribute in parliament, they exhibit with dexterity. You can attest to that. Today, they believe in the vision of retired Brigadier Judicial that indeed, giving him for sure another 5 years, our home districts that we represent will become a paradise, and Sierra Leone at large will become a paradise. So thank you very, very much.
Thank you very much. Can we put our hands together for Honorable Sir and honorable members of the press? The news is Honorable Emerson Lamina and trusted loyalists resigned from C4C. That's the news. At this juncture, we shall take very few questions, and very few, it can mean much or less. Let's begin with 98.1.
Musa is my name. I work with Democracy Radio. Several questions for Honorable Emerson Lamina. Maybe it could be 5, 6, 7. But I would like to. That's why I would like to have one-on-one interview. I prefer that.
Thank you very much. Next. Yes.
Ibrahim Samura, SLPP. Honorable Lamina, you said in your statement before declaration that the foundation for the setting of the C4C has been betrayed. So by this declaration, you defecting to the ruling SLPP, don't you think you'll be counted one of them?
Thank you very much. Yes, Mr. Hollowell from McKinney.
Yes, thank you very much. I'm Andrew A.B. Hollowell, Kamara Radio McKinney. My question here is to Honorable Emerson Lamina. Now you've been the leader in the House of Parliament. Now you decide to relinquish that position. So who's going to take over your position in as much you resign from C4C and transfer to SLPP?
Thank you very much. That's the first segment of questions. We shall come for the second segment of questions. Leader, you can go ahead and answer those first 3 questions.
Who will take over? I leave that in the hands of the conflicting legal battle that is on, as it is at the moment. C4C is in battle, the members of the diaspora and home-based membership, and it is in limbo. Sad to note that. Who will take over? Well, I was only leading the parliamentary aspect of C4C. Until the 6th parliament comes, who knows? I'm even doubtful on its current future. But the very first question is...
All right, so Famula Unaregi from the last part where on Salamina, I can feel bad for calling honorable self, because you know they do honorable thing then. So I mean, the only possible way they do honorable things they will call honorable, you know, based on the evidence at hand. So it's the legal battle, which means it seems as if Salamina, these are the people who always strategize for make the courts all C4C at ransom, because based on his statements, all the other work we done they do behind the scenes, supporting the government, the SLPP against Union Party, another against if you want to join SLPP or APC or any other party. But the strategy will be they use, it could and it not just make any sense. And apart from the lie self-way sit under the lie from people and say by supporting President Bio, Kanu go turn to paradise. I mean, you know, these are the things that we sometimes never understand. Who's politician, apart from Sierra Leonean politicians? You tell me, you they listen to me, please. Some of you now the listener, are highly, highly educated, are highly, highly exposed, are highly, highly experienced, more than we, far, far. Just that now we sit on the platform they talk. And that makes sometimes when they talk, they take time because we get different people with different ideas there. So we always back them up with evidence, facts. Now we left the rest for their own church. Tell me, please, if anybody know that this comment, that this program, right now we get more than 300 people in general they watch me. Whose country where you know say politician they team up, they say in country they turn to paradise. Salamin de Sidoyanda, it tells say by supporting President Bio, Kanu go turn to paradise and by extension Sierra Leone. You see how mockery, how dangerous them guy are they? They're not even good for themselves in a sense. I mean, you go lie, but lie in a moderation. No lie with gravity where at the end of the day, I mean, even I know they talk about the 60s, the 70s, where we not get much technology. I'm talking about the recent time now, with modern time, contemporary time. Who's speaking where even the class 2, 3, where you go to say, by giving President Bio or by bringing any party apart from President Bio, even if Dr. Samura become a president in the next few months, he not go turn Salon into paradise. Even if we go, I don't know who's technocrat. So for let you sit down at a press conference, this to show you how these guys are reckless, how these guys are shameless, how these guys are short-sighted, how these guys are so wicked. They know they means the word. How you go say Kanu go turn to paradise by voting president, by joining President Bio? How is it possible? It's not even feasible. It's not realistic. This is not the only country. When I prove me wrong, not the only country this not the world where politicians will get mind talk to the people and a press conference they say the country go turn to paradise. Tell me about the entire world, based on your knowledge. I don't ever know politicians by this age. I know say when they campaign, they tell you say I go turn this country to a paradise. Where the resources? Where the thing they produce? Where there is goods and services we get? Where the talent we get? We're not able to feed with self. Every little thing, even match stick with the imports. And you're there on a press conference without having the fear of God. Lying, because it's not lie, I don't get no other time for a complete lie. They say by voting President Bio, by joining President Bio, Kanu will become ultimate paradise and by extension Sierra Leone. This I not get words for this, honestly. Anyhow, travel and words I not get. I know they are like for I repeat it many times. Everybody get right for belong. A politician, you get right for campaign, you get right for meet. But let be moderate in the way we talk to people. I mean, it can be like insulting, you know, you insult the people intelligence completely. Who say you go say you turn the country into paradise? How is it possible? What you don't prepare? What are your plans? What are your strategy? What you go do? What do you get? How you go convince people? You know? So it just like get for be like business as usual. Can't lie, Naya. Can't lie to people and people and believe you because you know say majority of Sierra Leoneans then they're not sabi, they know they right. You know, it's so shameful, pathetic. Anyway, so technically, if you look at all what that happen based on this man in lie oneself, you know say yes, these are the people that will get hands into C4C in downfall, and the courts don't put injunction. Now, on the 26th of this month, Justice Simon Aliu extended the interim injunction. So C4C don't pull a letter. Lord, we just see. Perhaps we will read all. Perhaps we not will read all. We can't get to text them. Lord, we just rush quick into this letter where C4C don't pull. All right, I think we'll get her now. All right. So C4C don't pull this letter. Not today, don't pull this letter. Then send her for me today. Not today, then send this letter for me. For immediate release, the Coalition for Change, April 28. In a shocking display of the government's disregard for the rule of law, the judiciary has been used to prevent C4C, a political party in the country, from participating in the forthcoming national elections. This is an alarming development that reinforces fear that democracy is under attack by those in power. Fambule, when I remember where they talk about democracy, when we talk about democracy, we are talking about institutions. If we don't have independent institutions, if the institutions are not working, if the institutions are not independent, if the institutions are not strong, then we are not talking about democracy. We should be looking at other names, whether not totalitarian, whether not authoritarian, whether not communism, any name or one name I can name. But as far as democracy, institutions should be independent and they should follow the due process. No one organ of government should use another organ of government at its own advantage. In this case, the C4C, they accuse the executive arm of government, that President Ibeho in government, using the judiciary, where inconsistent with what democracy mean. Democracy mean institutions and for operate independently. Nobody not for use one. The executive not get power over the judiciary, according to theory. And in practical, in the country where democracy thrive, this is how it happened. In America, I didn't mean because of strong institution. President and former president Trump will have won another election, another second term. You know, Lord continue with the letter. C4C has been outspoken in its criticism of government policies and has demanded an end to corruption and impunity. This blatant misuse of the judicial system has only served to further erode faith in democratic institutions while silencing dissent and criminalizing differences of opinion. It is a disturbing reminder of how those in power can exploit their positions to stifle opposition. The opposition is a critical part of functioning democracy, and it's essential that their voice is heard. The government's action are clear violation of the right of the people to engage in the political process without fear of retribution. It is an affront to basic principles of freedom of speech and expression, which are guaranteed by the Constitution through Section 26. The government must be held accountable for its actions. Citizens and the international community must unite in condemning this attack on democracy and demand that the government take immediate steps to reverse its unjustified and illegal actions. Only then can democracy in the country be preserved. Fumble. Let's move a little bit for, they take a time again for analysis, just because we got a lot of people that they watch here. Not all everybody know big English, so we take time book and small. And so technically, just like what they talk, it seems as if now the reality, their man at the state saying that opposition is not an enemy to the states. Opposition are part of government. Opposition is there to work with government. Opposition is a government in waiting. Therefore, the ruling government not foresee opposition as a threat. Perhaps one of the biggest mistake where this government do, because they say any opposition, if there anything, anybody will talk, we're not in line with waiting them one for year, that person they automatically don't become an enemy of them, or an enemy of the state. So then we'll use the judiciary just in case like this. So it's really sad. Our democracy is going down the drain. People have sacrificed their life for this democracy. And we, few years ago, we not like a model. We not like people in the other country and they copy from we. They say, wow, because we don't do 2 elections, so transfer power peacefully. But this particular time around, it seems as if those gains, don't make it, they go down the drain, because for let's C4C, because I mean, not justifiable. There's no reason. There's no legal basis for letting them completely alt C4C. Remember, they use the same court against APC. We know that until where like Honorable Cargo, then there's a vex now say what did happen? It happened, but the convention they go. The court user, we see Fischer give injunction, and for that, Justice Boyni is a give injunction, back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. So it seems as if a similar pattern has been orchestrated against the C4C. Let's move a little bit more. The government must be held accountable for its action. Citizens and the international community, okay, we don't read that part today. We don't read that part today. The government's recent action toward the C4C political party must be condemned for their clandestine nature and potential to abuse of judicial power. The C4C, which began as a protest movement with a simple mission to create a more equal and democratic society, has been seeing its goal undermined and questioning through the unconstitutional use of the court by the executive. The recent event have demonstrated that the government has resorted to abusing its influence on the judicial system to silence its opponent in a way which could not be achieved through the standard channels of political debate. C4C legal case was marked by several inconsistencies, including lack of due process and evidence. Furthermore, the refusal to provide the party with a fair hearing and its basic legal rights suggests that the intent was to see the C4C collapse. These actions are further proof of this regard for democracy and its commitment to use the judiciary system as a tool for political gain. The outcome of the injunction by the Justice Simon Aliu slam on the party is emblematic of the government's refusal to accept any criticism of its policies and its willingness to resort to undemocratic tactics to silence its opponents. The international community must now act quickly to condemn the government's attempt to silence its opposition and to ensure that the C4C rights are respected and protected. So, Fambu, C4C, I mean, I think like say they don't lost this particular case. The reason I can say they don't lost this case, you see, the leader of C4C in parliament, he talk by an interview, just play so. He tell you, see, he's not sure. I'm not even sure if they will see the limelight. He's not even sure if it's C4C. And this man don't defect to SLPP. So meaning this man was part of the people where they actually embarked. Now that make one of the journalists ask say, now say they resign from C4C, but you know if he say, and because of the ideals, the founding ideals, the value, the thing where they set the C4C, they not see they don't betray. So he asks, you know if he say one of the people we don't cause this. So C4C technically they call on the international community, made them step in. Otherwise, they're not gonna forget chance for take part in the election. So this is a problem. Yesterday, we talked about state capture. When we talk about state capture, it's like the high-level corruption where the rampant now institution now the country where one institution they feel say more powerful for control the rest. Where it is against even the reason we form the constitution. We get separation of power because we don't want to let one power become more powerful. Absolute power corrupt absolutely. So C4C, then they cry right now. And by the look of things, the possibility for men perhaps then take part by this election very, very slim. So this is wrong. This is unacceptable. This is not democracy. This is absolutely disgusting. I think the president or whoever is directing, controlling. The reason why they bring the president in most of our discussion, because he knows he's been briefed. He got briefing every day. Every single thing where they happen as a president, you get briefed. Every morning they can brief you. Afternoon they brief you. Depend on each schedule, but they brief you. No. So if something not they go right, if you check, it's probably coming from the top. From the top. So Fabul, now a long letter, I don't know, perhaps we will manage for just, okay. It looked like it long, Lord just rush quickly on now. Lord just rush quickly on now. He just left one more page. For democracy, it must be taken seriously if we are to ensure that justice prevails and the rule of law is respected. The government's recent actions against C4C political party through the judiciary and its former leader in parliament, Honorable Emerson Lamina, who acted as a double agent. Okay, a very good word. Oh, you better all listen. Fabulous, listen this. Fabulous, listen this carefully. I'm going to take that line in the back. I will read and slowly learn and understand C4C them position. The government's recent actions, the C4C political party, through the judiciary and its former leader in parliament, Honorable Emerson Lamina, who acted as a double agent within the party to destabilize by aiding and financially supporting its proxies to sign an affidavit for the injunction slam on the eve of our National Delegate Conference, have been both unconstitutional and unprecedented. The government's overreaching has led to a massive crackdown on the C4C party and its members, which has put a tremendous amount of pressure on them to conform to the government's ideological view, even though they have done nothing wrong. So you see what they talk? Now, according to C4C, the letter, Emerson Lamina, they serve as a double agent. In fact, Emerson Lamina, the sponsor some fraction within the party, made them go to court. Because they know if they go to court, then get leverage in the court, then go use the court for make them get away with whatever they want for get away with. So then put in name, they clearly say he was there. He was acting as the leader of the opposition of the C4C, but at the same time, he is a double agent, just like by them film then, just like how where you can get some double agents there, we then send them for mission, like we all say one country send them for go watch the other country, if they go defect or you work against double agent. So C4C the cry said Lamina was a double agent. Was a double agent. All right. So let's rush quickly and try for done this. The government's behavior show disregard for the law and divert attention away from more pressing issues within the country while focusing on the persecuting an opposition political party. This contravenes our nation's constitutional guarantee of freedom of speech, assembly, and expression, all of which are integral pillars of healthy democracy. Furthermore, the lack of any legal basis for the injunction granted by Justice Aliu and any failure to have regard to the significant effect of short draconian action, particularly without any undertaking for damages on the part of the plaintiff, has only heightened the sense of injustice that many feel. The government's action also undermines notions of fairness and due process. 1. Denial of the right to hold the party national delegate conference. 2. Denial of fundamental rights and freedoms. C4C freedom to express themselves politically is being threatened with the restrictions that are far from necessary or proportional to any perceived threats posed by these activities. 3. Abuse of power. The government is using its authority to suppress legitimate political opposition by targeting members and associates without proper case or any legal justification for doing so. The judiciary actions against the C4C political party have in turn infringed on the rights of supporters of the party. The civil and political rights of C4C supporters are now being denied as a result of government crackdown, including injunction against the TRNO that has resulted in the significant curtailment of their right to participate in politics and forthcoming general elections slated for June 2023. It is essential that civil and political rights be ensured not only for C4C supporters, but for all citizens of the nation if we are to protect our democracy. The international community has been vocal in condemning the government's illegal activities against political parties. Several institutional, organizational, and leaders have spoken out, including the European Union, the United Nations Human Rights Council, Amnesty International, United States Department, among others. They have called on for free and fair elections and for the government to address its human rights concerns. All right, now the last pages, we rush on quickly. Expression, assembly, and speech demonstrates greatly transparency in its actions against the C4C. It is essential that these demands be met to ensure credible, free, fair, and inclusive elections. The government's attempt to clamp down on the rising influence of C4C through the judiciary serves to undermine democracy and the rule of law. It is set a dangerous precedent that further entrenches a culture of impunity and abuse of power. It is worrying development that requires urgent attention. It is essential that the government and all other actors involved take necessary steps to ensure the protection of civil and political rights, and that the people of Sierra Leone can express themselves freely and safely. International support is essential in this endeavor, and our concerted effort must be made to ensure that the government is held accountable for its actions and that the C4C and all other citizens are respected and afford the same rights and freedom. Only then that the people of Sierra Leone be assured of a free and fair democratic process. Finally, C4C leadership must remain proactive by continuing their efforts to educate their supporters about democratic principles, enhancing public engagement in effort towards the reform, and further their mission in concrete ways, despite any attempt by the government to hamper their progress. We urge our supporters, well-wishers, and members of C4C, political at home and abroad, to remain steadfast and as we continue our fight for justice and a better Sierra Leone. Long live C4C, long live democracy, and God bless Sierra Leone. So, Fambo, that was a long one anyway. That was a long one. That was a long one from C4C. That was a long, they really vent out the anger. They really vent out the anger. It's so painful. I can only imagine what they go through. I mean, anyway, I can take on a text there. Just a second. All right, so now can read now text then quickly. All right. So how they go first? How they start with first? How they can start from? All right, so let's look at this. Let's take from, okay. This one they come up from Bine Suma. I would rather be in a military government and call a spade a spade. Being, example, i.e. being undemocratic instead of the status quo of a democracy on paper, but living under an actual dictatorship akin to military rule. Thank you, Bine. We take this one, they come up from Wanda Fulam Justice. All I can say to this BO government is that they have no love for the people of Sierra Leone, no care for needed, no caring for generations of the country. They were there for their selfish interest. All right, thank you. This one they come up from Patricia Howard. Mother Bio is behind all these things happening just for him to go for a second term. All right, slow look. Right, Alpha Madu, good afternoon. Yes, good afternoon. Okay. Okay, this one they come up from Betsy to say hi TPP family. Me attire. We don't know say we don't know say pauper then at the end of the road it can be, but this time we are hearing and seeing things like never before. Thank you, Betsy, for your text. This one they come up from Marcella Fatima Conte. Good evening, TPP Leon. Great job. Really appreciate your time and love for our beloved, precious country, Sierra Leone. God continually bless your great job and your entire family. God bless you, Marcella, as well. This one they come up from Paris Smart. If you're really biased in presentation, and you must respect people in your words. All right, so I don't know what in this man they talk about bias because they quote from evidence, they bring for issues there, fact, the shows I get this, I don't get 90 against anybody now. There I will talk the truth. If somebody feel uncomfortable with the truth, we cannot say sorry about that. This is the truth. So that's what I will say. Now this one they come out from Abdul Adis Sanko, the Sierra Leonean politician, not truthful and sincere. Yes, let's see. So we'll take again. Okay, Mimi Bango, hello everyone. One interesting program. Thank you, Mimi. All right. Okay, Isatag, how are you doing? Yes, Isatag Toure. How are you doing? And all right, okay, Aisha. All right, so guys, I think we will stop the text there first. Now there I will get time for. The program actually now we want to end down. Except perhaps maybe Alpha Khan in declaration, they still continue. Maybe we go put like 5, 10, 15 more minutes. Maybe, I don't know what you think. Now we count on live. When I reply in the comment section, when I put Alpha Khan in declaration live again because it's still alive. We can able to send the feed to now. Now we just get another text. When I put another text, no if you want the program. Otherwise, we will just end the program because tomorrow we'll get another program. Okay, I see people and they say yeah. All right. Yes. This president is the equalizer. Okay, we will share them. Excellency. All right, yeah, so yeah. All right, okay. Okay, no problem. Okay, we don't get a lot of yes. We don't get a lot of yes then, so I think yes people and win. Yes people and win. Yes people and win.
So Your Excellency, all protocols observed. We will move now straight to the presentation of Paramount Chief to the Minister, newly elected Paramount Chief, to the Minister of Local Government and Community Affairs. Local Government and Community Affairs. PS. What are you the presenter? Are you present the Paramount Chiefs to the local government and the president? Okay, so you just call them. So the Paramount Chiefs are the channel. All the Paramount Chiefs elect. We are waiting and they call you one by one. One by one. Thank you. Yeah. Your Excellency, the President, the Honorable Vice President, Madam First Lady, I want to observe all protocols. This ceremony we will be about to perform Now, everyone you ready constitution require. Now, part of the 1991 constitution for letting His Excellency the President recognize paramount chiefs after all they don't elected. Your Excellency, throughout your 5 years of tenure, the Ministry of Local Government, working alongside the regional ministries and all the other sectors, we don't manage for elect 42 paramount chiefs in all. There are 42 paramount chiefs a day. The one thing we're very unique on the election and we do it with no soko. And the reason we make that happen within the ministry, we set up structures for conflict resolution, wherein we feel say issues are not correct, we need to conduct them paramount chief election and so all the 42 we conduct, even though we get small cases in terms of petition, 1 or 2, but the rest of them they're all clear. Today, as a ministry, we want to present to you 10 paramount chiefs from the north and the northwest. And as I call them, I will invite them for them to take the line before His Excellency will come later for giving their staff. Paramount Chief by Komon-Tok the Crown. Paramount Chief by Komon-Tok the Crown has the right to claimant of Bambali Fala ruling house and clear to protect the district. This paramount chief is a highly educated paramount chief. He got first degree, he got second degree, and now he is even the study law. Your Excellency, just this week, he will be in Akoya for the economic state. This paramount chief, a paramount chief elected people there, and he don't embrace development, and don't be a huge amount of land in Akoya for the economic zone of Sierra Leone. This paramount chief will be elected on the 10th of July 2022. Paramount Chief by Farmer Kaseba II. This paramount chief has the right to claimant of the by Farmer Kaseba ruling house, Masafoko Chiefdom, Nakari District. This gentleman, Mamawe, a degree in intelligence studies and also a technician for medication. He don't work about beside them, but he decides he want for like that supporting people there, and the ambition and dream are for make that a reality. That reality, it comes true on the 21st of July, 2022. Paramount Chief by Shaka Bundu III. Paramount Chief by Shaka Bundu III. And the rightful claimant of the Bunduka ruling house that he be Chiefdom. This paramount chief, before he become paramount chief, now the section chief that he be for many years, 11 years in total. He don't come and he rule during that time and have great respect. Mamawe sabi the traditions of the Tibili people. The election 14 June 2022. Paramount Chief by Foki Fanka II. This gentleman, the Tolan Shek, son of Paramount Chief Shek, and the right to claimant of the Russian car Foki Chief. A highly educated gentleman,
He studied accounting and got several degrees in accounting, and he worked in an accounting firm for over 12 years, even in America. This paramount chief was elected on the 5th of August, 2022. Paramount Chief Mohammed Sayo Blatamba Beyandela Mara II. This paramount chief now from the Nyedu ruling house, number Findugo Chiefdom, the Falaba district in the Northern Province. Findugo Chiefdom have been part of Mongol Chiefdom in 2017 when the past government killed off. This chiefdom is part of Mongol, Yamadugu, Yedu, Narawale, Samadugu Iraya, and Suleiman. This gentleman says a very highly educated person, he studied law, then after that, he moved and studied computer information systems. Your Excellency, I want to say, the way you don't make chieftaincy attractive. But good people that they wish now for become paramount chief, the one that we not be one for do it before. Because you say that you manifesto for saying you will dignify chieftaincy. And the place where you don't need them for a place, and then chief of them, they're going to attract a high caliber of people and people that will get respect for their values and traditions of the community for aspire for chieftaincy. PC Berewan Mara II, they elected on the 16th of June, 2022. Paramount Chief Musa Manti Fode Kuruma IV. Paramount Chief Manti Fode Kuruma IV had the right to claim out of the Central Foreign ruling house, Nakulo Saradu, Kafanaba district. This gentleman said he's highly educated, he went into Magai, he studied business administration, he got qualification for now. Then from there, he gets to open his own business, what he did do before he thinks he went for can be paramount chief. They elected him on the 12th of June, 2022. Paramount chief by Call Harry IV. Paramount chief by Call Harry IV had the right to claim out of the by Call Harry ruling house. I think Katopa Chiefdom Apotlogo district here. This gentleman is just attended Muslim Congress Secondary School. Then from there he studied motor mechanic engineering. And after that he traveled to America. He worked warehouse, never complete. And New Jersey. From there, I remember saying he worked for camp contest, the chieftaincy, the farm, he talked to the people that are in Kato Pachidom, and they elected him on the 22nd July 2022. Paramount Chief by Samura Kamara'S This gentleman, now from the nice ruling house, Samura Chiefdom, Yana Potloko district. He replaced the APC Samura Tokla, the fourth of Samura Chiefdom. This gentleman also holds a bachelor's degree in linguistics and politics, and also a national diploma in library and information systems. He also took postgraduate education, and from there he then worked at several places and a community leader and a community developer. They elected him on the 19th of July 2022. Paramount Chief Almami Fana Tonka IV. This gentleman had the right to claimant of the final ruling house of Bongobo Kayaka, Chiefdom Nakonadugu district. This gentleman, he got higher education, he goes to a trade center and had basic engineering and metal machinery graduate with City and Guilds. Then after that, he worked at Bokuside, financial management in various sides before they elected him as paramount chief on the 8th of June 2022. Paramount Chief by England Maria II. Your Excellency, Paramount Chief by England Maria II. I want to believe that the youngest Paramount Chief and in those elected about a week ago. The very lucky at 29, just after the election, we represent the Bandeya ruling house in Samura Kamara'S Kotlapa district. After his secondary school studies, he studied business administration and got a degree in business administration. For a long time, an activist, he worked with people there. I want to say that because you don't make this institution very attractive, Your Excellency, that don't make you get your mandate, let this man provide for become Paramount Chief. Your Excellency, what a end to your church of this particular tenure. At the beginning, we don't crown a lot of Paramount Chiefs. And with the end of the global, we don't get no elected Paramount Chief again for let we crown this time. This process, like how the Paramount Chief themselves did not talk about, will be a fair process, and we'll give them the space for let them negotiate amongst each other, for let them not get around for, so that peace and conflict will exist, and conflict not will exist at the community today. On that note, I want to tell the staff that at the ministry, thank you for the support for the long right throughout the 5 years. The ministry, when I talk about the administration of the ministry, but also the regional office, including the district officers, the chief of administrative clerks, and the chief of administrative clerks all over the country for where they make will get this kind of success. And I will also want to forget the deputy minister, where I'm giving a lot of strength. Where we move along so that we achieve this height. And additionally, the director of local government will be very relentless in making sure that we get the kind of results where these governments are actually want. On that note, I want to humbly invite Your Excellency and Scholar Submit that Paramount Chief Award to you so that you recognize them and crown them today.
Don't be able to get shot. Hey, if you don't be able to finish your mouth, if you don't shut your mouth,
Ladies and gentlemen, the recognition ceremony starts. Paramount Chief, I don't have anybody to talk. Paramount Chief, my fucking finger. Paramount Chief Musa Mati for the Kuruma the fourth. Paramount Chief the fourth. Paramount Chief Simba next Paramount Chief Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Your Excellency. We pray your indulgence. Excellency, we pray your indulgence. Excellency, President, the keynote address now. President Bill. So I'm going to first one. Now listen to the chief executive of the nation. Now listen to the commander-in-chief of the armed forces. Now listen to the father, commander of the Republic of Sierra Leone. Listen now. Let's talk about it. Listen. night. Thank you. Well, let's sit down.
Madam First Lady, the Honorable Vice President, the former Honorable Vice President, Mr. Speaker, we don't seem to have order here. I will talk on your behalf. Order! Order! Ready! 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 The Honorable candidate, Dr. Kande Yonkela, all the ministers and senior members of government, I stand on existing protocols. First, this is another opportunity for Ghana to Blabber, for Ghana to say thank you. When we start for Ghana after assume the leadership, and this said to una say, at best una, we are not its best left. I must make sure say the block of votes be in the majority as president of the Republic of Kenya. From that time day up to today, waiting on me on duty to una as president, I don't make sure say I don't fulfill most of the obligations and even do more than anybody would expect me to do in the block. Why? One would expect, say, the district will not reject you twice. You still will reject them. But I was elected president of the Republic of Sierra Leone, and Komon-Tok is a major district in the Republic of Sierra Leone. So I owe an obligation, irrespective of who I vote, to make una know say una na part of Sierra Leone, and that obligation I don't fulfill them in several ways. They are not doing most other parts of this country. I want to say, we start when we talk about the secondary school. During the visit earlier in this particular district, we realized from the wife in your interaction, especially with the young girls and the family members there, we realized that the care picking there, no get chance there. 80% of the people that were in secondary school, they were all parents. So we decided we will give them school. We are a dedicated girls' school. And we don't build our today, I think 3 years ago. That is history. Also, we are not saying a lot of other things there, like the international airport. Where I've been just saying, I will make sure say it's stay in a Komon-Tok and it's stay in a capital. A lot of people will not be believed. Today, the airport where they are capable of, we have $270 million worth of investment. So they are outside of West Africa. It is in Komon-Tok and Kanu. As we talk, we are not saying the Nazi building the world. As we talk, But I'm not saying we don't get a zone, which is called a special economic zone, where you can employ thousands of young people for go. Whether an industrial area, whether they can't say factory, Makoya, this again, and inside Komon-Tok district. Between the two, 270 million and 300 million, all of that is invested in just one district. So Komon-Tok, for some reason, we are tied together. We are tied together, but not only me to fulfill the young part of the bargain. Now I count on you and I challenge you for vote for yourself in the next election. The chairman participation has occurred earlier, where it starts. He talks about the fact that now this particular district, where I begin for work, Miami boss then send me. Not to make me choice. So I will say na God, he say na ya I go work first. Apart from that, when I decide to go into politics and I have to make the major decision, they say choose the one you make. The woman will be take. Dr. Kadis say in the first election, now from Komon-Tok district, block of Masana again. The second time, where are they go? I'm not afraid, I'm not ashamed. I said they don't vote for me, but I will still give them the opportunity for being the vice president of this country. I choose me running mate, Dr. Judicial. Yes, now they lie, but when I vote for me, now other people they vote for me, so next to be the vice president of this country. So today, like I challenge you again. Vote today. Vote for yourself. Everybody they talk about the beautiful things the way they do. And we know they get the law where they get for this particular district. Dr. Judicial. And if they do it one day, and we are not supporters, he comes from a party, they have to ask him, where are your people? Where are the votes from Komon-Tok? Not to Inge for answer that one day, because you don't do the young part of the bargain. So bring anything and everything we can now freedom inside this particular district. You, the body force on you. And the foreign woman they make it will affect not only women, but also our children. Because all the things that we do, now for men to have better tomorrow. They kill them and they don't save them. So Komon-Tok, I'm not going to campaign again. I'm not going to campaign again at Komon-Tok. We are getting the vice president, and today I use this opportunity also for congratulate and welcome. We brother we don't already be part of we but formally make the official declaration. Dr. Al-Fakan join the Sierra Leone People's Party. Officially, I will welcome you, but you are not a stranger and you know what people stand for. Well, at the short time where I don't work with you, I realize that you were in a straight line. Whose side the values do not match. Definitely, for what you stand and what you do, this is where you are supposed to be, and you have thrived and succeeded as a person as you come here first. But better late than never. So, today we welcome you on behalf of the party. And all the other APC and other party members who don't come today as a result of Dr. Al-Fakan. Also, I want to use this opportunity to announce the alliance we will get with Dr. Young Teller in Young Party, where now Fischer will be doing around it, where a lot of people don't know. I don't know Dr. Young Teller today. We all get one platform, and that platform can endorse me to be the sole presidential candidate for the SLPP and the Grand Coalition. So I want to make one know say we are ready for election at the camp of Putloko, and Putloko don't get everything and more than what you deserve. I also want to say that with the coming of Dr. Alpha Khan, we expect a lot more will happen here. Dr. Judicial continue for representing in everything what they do. But even as we go, we're not done with the proper aid. In the last cabinet, even as we close, we don't give the blocker another opportunity. You know, the blocker gets great songs with the SLPP. Of course, the original people that will start SLPP, one of them is blocker. Candia. So it's not surprising that we get great people in our party, including some of your advisors that are from here. So, this proper administration don't decide to block or forget your university. And that university will be called the Dr. Ahmed Fijan Kabab University of Education and Technology. So, I'm not even want again, except if our Taki will want to have. If I want to draw the second, and the best airport. So, the one of fly on now for mental self, make the world know say we are serious about ourselves. And now vote for ourselves. Not to do that, you go for not African, you vote for yourself, you go on the school, especially for the young people. With the new university now you go start and go through university, you don't go freedom. You always go workers for one reason or the other. So, I'm planning today for Naya today to connect again with Dr. and witness this beautiful occasion for one of the illustrious sons, Dr. Alpha Khan, to make this bold and audacious move to come over and join me. We welcome you, Dr. Alpha Khan, and all the people that will join you.
Network business.
I want to recognize the children, but none of them not again. A lot of fights. I think I'm only kind of for the children. I'm only one chief 90, the other one good. Congratulations to you. I don't formally do that. They will do that, but with respect. One country. Okay, now we respect. We all can sit on here for make sure say we go through this ceremony. All the others don't go. And only you don't go. This evening. Number two. All the others don't make noise. And that's not disrespect. And you know, fine. I'm happy to see at least 2 Parliament children sitting here for listening to me. So I will end on that by saying thank you to Una, congratulations, and I wish Una the best tenure of office and good luck and long life. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you. So now, we get the national anthem. After that, the park will just go into that small hospital in that day. Let's just look like a lot back. Now you know, everybody follow. The park will walk through the hospital. National anthem, please.
Oh yeah, Talking Point platform, TTPTV. Oh yeah, Unale we pledge, we love and loyalty to we sweet, sweet mama salute. Now we all come together as one.